It's time to make a statement. I release from the heat like I ran but waiting in. Pussy boy, I came to kill. Money come and go when people change, but y'all can't change the real. Boy, this flow was made to kill. Y'all also fuck the world shit, but ain't down to go and pay the bill. My lady still solid as they come, and I can't fake the feel. But if this shit don't work out, then I'm taking all my eggs and pill. I'm about to hit my peak. You don't be rapping, y'all just speak. It got me biting on my teeth. Y'all really bite, but y'all can't change the skill. The weight is real, deranged and ill to go through all your pain to heal. They say they want they flowers, but can't grow unless it rain a little. Y'all say y'all want to start, but y'all just play and chill. I done put in my 10,000 hours, got more to go, like a tasteful meal. Got family that'll stretch your grill. Cousins facing time in jail, I see myself in them. The selflessness, but now the fed offense is evident. I can't believe I struggle and shock. He used to pull up when we hoop on the block. Throughout the chaos, I just pick up the pen and preach the passionate panic or plan to reach. I'm trying to be bigger than city like limits to show we did it inside the east. The pride of me, philosophies going through mind and body speaks. If I could be what body or God was to me in college, then it's fine with me. I'm stuck in my dreams. I was dating Liz. She had put me on to the warm up in the early stages of JIT. I had went to one of his shows. He had 50 people legit. What time it went, and Liz had cheated on me. Fucking bitch, but shit, she put me on this vodka with braids in front of a whip. That shit changed my perspective, painted my essence, and gave me direction, and showed me that somebody like me could really go shake shit. Now I got my brother with me, and it's time to make a statement. Okay, brown boy flying, I can't go out trying. Yeah, my flow like sun, yeah, my soul like I am paranoid when the sirens hit. You and your feelings, I'm in this bitch with a timelessness. You know just where to find a kid. East side with it, my elite rhymes finish. You petite, you retreat, you go tweet out business. I don't shrink, I'm bigger when you blink. I get it, it's the pressure, but I'm better when I know it's time to get it on. Brown boy flying, I can't go out trying. Yeah, my flow like Zion, yeah, my soul like I am paranoia when the sirens hit. You and your feelings, I'm in this bitch for the timelessness. You know just where to find a kid. East side with it, my elite rhymes finish. You petite, you retreat, you go tweet out business. I don't shrink, I'm bigger when you blink. I get it, it's the pressure, but I'm better when I know it's time to get it on.
Whoa, right there, that ended a little bit quicker than I thought. Shout out to that track right there. I heard that yesterday watching Bootleg Kev. He had a live episode that he was doing for his first stream ever. Shouting out a bunch of artists out there is watching that. But marijuana to you guys. How are we doing? It is a Friday. What are we smoking out there? Let me get right into the option we have. We've got an amazing guest today. Appreciate you popping in early on this. Let's go ahead, Knack. We got CEO. We've got Maddie, Mario. Let's see, Salt, Polly. How we doing? How we doing? Thank you for popping in today. Look at the options that I've got to roll up. Thank you for Smoke Dog Bones pulling up today, making sure the blunt is rolled properly, right? And you can find how it looks, all of those things on the Discord if you want to see a closer look at what's being rolled, how it's being rolled, all throughout that process. Go to the Discord and you'll see those pictures. The first three, the choose right here. I need either the bergamot or the frosty. The bergamot or frosty, both of them elusive. Shout out to elusive on these. Let's get it. What do you guys think? Which one you guys want me to smoke up first? Let me see what you guys got. Shout out 708 in Norway. Appreciate you watching out there. Seat sniffer. What are you sniffing out there? Currently, we got one for Berg. One for Berg. We're going to keep it pushing. I think I'm just going to go with Berg. Right? Oh, one for Frosty. Polly said Frosty. It's going to Berg unless one more vote. Berg it is. There it is right there. All right. Frosty, we'll see you soon. Frosty, we'll see you soon. We'll see you soon. All right. Today's guest, you know him well. Let me go ahead and get him right in here. Oh, you know what? We're gonna join back on here. But is going through it right now, right? Reviewers out there, it seems, you know, especially right now with Big Smoke, getting a lot of people, a lot of attention, right? You know, we've seen reviewers, we've seen curators, you know, in a sense, build a lane here where cannabis is now growing, getting more commercialized. What do you look out for? Things like that. And the reviewers and curators now getting a lot of shine, right? And I think that's new than we've seen in the history of cannabis, right? I think, and I'm going to talk to Big Smoke about that and kind of, you know, see how he feels about the scrutiny he gets. But I think overall, I mean, the man's got motion. I post up a clip with him, and the clips go crazy. So shout out to Big Smoke. Obviously, he's doing something right when you've got that much attention. Looking forward to chopping it up with him about the OM review of the reviewer, right? All of those things going down. Let's talk about yesterday before we jump on here. Let's talk about what happened with the bracket. Did we see? I didn't have a chance to see who won between Up the Hill and Zugatti. We saw Gotti. We saw Gotti go in there and get that to the next round. Who took it in the Up the Hill and Zugatti, though? Go over here and check this out.
That's
Here's the
difficult to be noise, dude.
Rafe rolls. It's for the novelty and experience.
Both of them look good. See him tallying it up. I can see him. Oh, there it is. Up the hill. Okay.
Whiner.
That's what we're looking at. We wanted to see the Gotti versus Up the Hill matchup. So now we'll pop open the bracket real quick to show you what that's looking like. So they move on to face each other. Up the Hill, Gotti, and then Woodwide and Voyage Bloom. Oh, man, this is shaking up. Let's see what we got. All right, I believe we got 2 more battles, right? Let's see what we got on the agenda today. Oh, a featured duel, and then we got Preferred and Good Greens. Okay. Let's see it's going down. And then OGCM and Gomitas. Is that, what is that, a call out? That must be worth some money. That's just a one-on-one battle. Interesting. We'll see how that goes down. We'll see how that goes down. Let's see how that goes down. All right, let's get smoking here. Let's get smoking here. How you guys doing though? What are we smoking on out there? Talk to me about it. What are we smoking? Battle down. Let me tell Discord this guy is on the show and someone else will come in. Oh shit. Why is this show giving this lame traction? What lame? What are you talking about? $10K pot on that open bracket. Throbbing for rosin. Does the bergamot smell like Earl Grey? Damn. The duels are too painful to watch? Why? What parts are painful for you? What parts are painful? Mario out there saying doing well. No on OGCM duel. No, that's a 10K battle. Oh shit. Oh damn. We're talking about 10K on the motherfucking line. Okay. Okay. What time is this? Going down in 4:20 today. MST, that's 7:20 out there on the East Coast. Oh, Battle Dance is hating on Adam. $10K. One of them's going to get 10K. All right, what's the record on Go Meetas? Obviously, I got history with OGCM. Shout out to them for popping that here onto the Morning Wood, having a conversation with us. And then shout out to Big Smoke being involved with OGCM as well, doing the curating and making sure that things are popping off that they should. Who you got? But what's Go Meetas history? What's the break it down for me though? Break it down for me. Never heard of Go Meetas, says MRR. Battle dance. So let's focus on. Oh shit! You got a problem with Big Smoke? Ooh, are we going to see some haters pop in here? Oh shit! Wow, what's up with Big Smoke, dog? What's up, Battle Dan? What happened, dude? What happened? Did you buy something he thought was fire and you didn't think it was fire? Because he's just a reviewer at the end of the day. I'm not to say just a reviewer. Obviously, like, you know, I mean, he's personality within the cannabis industry at this point, right? I mean, but, I mean, how could you be upset with him? Yeah, you know what? Yo, that's interesting. Is there, do you think about putting the tail of the tape? Like in a perfect world, man, you guys are slammed, no doubt about it, right? Like it's not like I don't think I'm pitching something to you guys that maybe you haven't considered. Is it an end goal to put the tail of the tape up right here? Instead of like just the logos, like why not the tail of the tape so people could be like, oh shit, like we could sit here and like, you know, kind of like debate on shit. And be like, oh, well, I don't know. He's fucking, you just be fucking harvested on the goddamn You know what I mean? Oh, nice. We got Big Smoke kicking it. Let me go and get him in here. And we are having a little bit of issue right now with the computer. So I'm a little concerned, but I'm hoping everything is going to end up working out. Let's find out here, though. Oh, no. Hold on. We're working it out. Oh, no. Oh, no. There we go. There we go. Nice. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's the word, man?
Nice. All right, let's get it. All right, now give me 1 second. I'm gonna build it up over here. Let me set this up correctly so I don't mess it up here. Give me 1 second. One more second, my man. Appreciate your patience.
Time. I'm heating up a little dab right now.
There we go. There we go. Hell yeah. All right. I believe we are set to bring my man in here. Let's set this up. What are you dabbing over there?
Some wedding pie from Head Stash.
All right, I think we're in here. Actually, you're live right here on the show already. Damn, already. Welcome in. We got him in. We got him live. What
The most hated.
Right? Does it feel like that right now, man? Like, damn.
You know, they're saying it's growers against reviewers. I beg to differ. I think it's growers against Big Smoke.
Right. It seems like they're all just targeting you. And I was like, is that because you are the nation's most declarated reviewer? I mean, like, let's call it what it is, right? You are the number one reviewer in the nation. Would you say that's true?
The nation, shit, man.
Right?
I mean, I don't like to toot my own horn, but if that's what it seems like on the outside, shit.
Let's call it what it is, right? If in a sense, it almost seemed like when you had someone pop out and make a review about you, but you've never even reviewed that man's product.
That was crazy. I ain't gonna lie, that was real crazy for me.
That's pretty wild.
Threw me off because I'm expecting Archive to pop out the woodwork. I'm expecting, people that grow rainbow belts to pop out and get mad at me. This guy
he got hurt.
I don't know. And I asked him what upset him, and he couldn't answer that question. So it's a clout chase at the end of the day. I don't know if you remember when 50 Cent came out and he went for Ja Rule, and that was the main guy out at the time. It's kind of the same concept these guys are using. They see that I'm my face is all over the weed algorithm. If you smoke weed and you have Instagram, you're gonna see my face. So these guys are just fans that are angry or jealous, don't know how to communicate, bro.
Yeah, I agree with your motion right now because I noticed, like, you know, I've been slacking on the clips or whatnot, and but I've gotten into them now. We're clipping things and whatnot, and we did a collaboration on a clip, and that shit fucking just took off, right? Like,
And that was a
everybody.
bad day. That's not even like, that's like, yeah, bro, like the clips take off.
And
And
so,
it's just consistency, bro.
but where I reference that is like now I've been clipping others and it doesn't seem like it's that quiet. Like you really have been able to break an algorithm for Instagram to get it to share and to like have this much like attention for you. So yeah, so I noticed that it seems that people are maybe just trying to attack you just because they do recognize that. And it's like, yes, let me get this, you know, this bait a little bit.
Let's be honest here, bro. Come on.
Let's talk about
How
it.
many people don't like fucking rainbow belts here?
Like
If you go to my page, there's plenty of comments in that section that agree with what I said. Nope. Also subjective and an opinion, so people will disagree. Why are they coming for me? I'm the one with the fucking platform.
I agree with you, and it's classic to me to watch and sit back. Now, my question to you though is, do you feel like it's almost fuck, man, not to say, I want to say this, not to say because of anything you've done, but because of reviewers all over the nation who are just not doing a good job, and you're almost now like the spokesman for these reviewers that are all over the nation doing horrible reviews, right? And so it's like, you know, you've mentioned that before because you dropped out there a list of reviewers that you thought were trash.
Even I talk about it.
Yes. So like in a sense,
it's funny that I'm the one being attacked. I'm like, I'm with you guys.
Right.
I don't fuck with these reviewers either, but they take me. You know, the number one thing that grinds my gears a lot when I hear this is he's a paid actor.
Because you don't take money for this, right?
This because I have a platform. Listen, if you had a platform like mine, you said it yourself the other day, you collaborated a post with me. You had a platform like mine and you were giving away post and clout for free, you're stupid to do that.
Okay.
You know, you're stupid to do that.
Okay.
People take that I charge to be platform versus getting bribed to lie on a brand. Now, listen, there are plenty of brands that have paid me to platform them, and I'll tell them, like, listen, this is not it. You're not going to get the best review out of me, but just know if you're putting this in my hands, it can go either way. You will definitely get platformed though, and you will definitely get attention. Those are the only two things I can guarantee you. I never guarantee anyone a good fucking review.
Okay, very important. Okay, so there are ways for them to, because there's a lot of people that want you to review their products. I imagine that. So it makes sense also to weed through who is serious about their products. We saw the same thing with Proper Doinks, and they're doing their fast track and whatnot.
Yeah, for you to get on Proper Doinks, you got to pay.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of brands out there, so I get that. So, but you make sure.
It's no different with me. You're getting platformed. They don't get called paid actors,
right?
You know, I'm sure they do, but they don't get like, it's not like they're getting paid the money for the entry, and they're like, oh well, this guy paid me. Everybody pays the same amount of money. They're just testing the flower. No one's attaching names. No one's attaching, oh, this belongs to such and such. You know. I've even reviewed stuff that I haven't liked. I've done it again, like same brands, and they've popped out with some fire shit, and I take my hat off to them, and I respect it, you know?
Yeah.
But if it's not good, it's not good. A lot of these guys want to say, well, we work really hard on the crops. Well, clearly not hard enough if the consumer doesn't like what you're putting out.
And that's where it's kind of it's interesting to me because I wonder if this is all happening because we're in a sense seeing a shift of attention go from the grower to people who are out there consuming the best of the best too. A little bit of the attention shift. And just to further explain that, I think when it was, you know, illegal as fuck, right? Back in the day, this shit was illegal. So the growers were like, oh shit, like you guys are rock star energy. Like you guys are really putting it on the line. Now I've got 2 tents in my closet, you know, like growing is like fucking everybody is doing it, but not everybody.
Nowadays, everybody's a grower.
And not everybody has the access to all of these strains and all of these exotics that you have been able to put yourself in position to. Do you get that at all? Do you feel that sense?
You know what? I didn't start to realize that until I started making my post about things that I smoked, and a lot of people were not understanding why I was saying the things that I was saying. And I'm like, yo, does the average person not smoke what I smoke? And it's like, no.
Right.
The average market is smoking $100 ounces.
Right. Fact.
And I'm like, oh, that's why they can't connect with me. I'm not smoking $100 ounces.
Right.
I don't know
That's
about that life.
And that's 90%, like above 90% of the consumers of cannabis are going through a retail dispensary, and they're getting fed a BOGO discount on mass-produced cannabis,
deals.
right? You know what I mean? Like you're right.
Bro, if you're buying weed on BOGO, do not expect quality. Literally buy one, get one free is crazy.
And don't expect it to have that same translations that when you're doing a review.
Hell no.
And that's probably where we see some faults too, right? Because sometimes, like right now, you're reviewing the genetics that are very hard to get sought after, but sometimes it can cross over where some of those genetics get into the dispensary world. So they're like smoking on something that they got over at a True Leaf, and it's just not the same as that jar that you've got from a, declarated, breeder or grower, right? And that's what they just... Yeah. They have a hard time maybe translating it over to. I don't know.
And I noticed also as well that the average person does shop at a dispensary, because I get a lot of, like, when I say, oh, Sour is gone, GG4 is gone, like these legacy strains that we had that you don't see every day. When I say you don't see them every day, I'm talking about people growing them. Like, these people are seeing these shits in like fucking in dispos, and they're all died out shit. They're all fucking shit's been on shelves for months.
Right.
Like, no one's actually growing this shit on the fucking black market. It's not mainstream. Like, they're not advertising this shit.
Right.
So it's like, everybody's like, well, why doesn't he just go to a dispo?
What? Yo, what? Can't do it. What? Nice. You know what? You've been, one of the things I saw that you were able to do was fly out to California and be in the release of what Doja had with bat rabies, man. Like, explain how.
Yeah, man. Shout out Doja for that.
Yeah, how did that come about?
Shit, honestly, bro, it's funny as fuck, man. So the history with Doja, I went viral like a year ago for making a Doja reel, because I got tired of going around the city buying Doja packs, and everybody that sold Doja packs was like, "Oh, Doja? You mean Ryan?"
Okay.
I'm like, who gives a fuck? So I made a reel about it, and it went viral. Doja had reached out to me, so we had already been chopping it up a little bit in the DM. You feel me? Yeah, bro. He was excited to get me some of his Michigan work after I had made another post about Michigan weed.
That's up. Hey, I mean, you're that guy.
Yeah, and listen, he shut me the fuck up. I'll tell you that.
No
shit. He told me this right here. This church OG changed my life.
No shit. You recently posted that actually a few days ago.
It's all I smoke.
No shit.
Everybody always wonders what I smoke. I smoke church OG. That's all I smoke.
Damn.
That's my go-to. And yeah, man, we were friends ever since, bro. So it was he told me, he's like, yo, I'd love for you to come out to for this pheno testing event, man. He respects my palate, I respect his. So yeah, bro, it was definitely it was a great event. He brought a lot of people in the industry together.
Facts. That event looked epic, man, and it's just one of those.
It was legendary, bro. It was definitely an insane time. The genetics that are out are blowing.
Fire. Nice, man. Yeah, that, to me, looking at it, as I review the entire market and look at these times, it's being in those types of rooms, man, that is historic. Like, that is like, we're looking at Doja. I look at them as like one of the Mount Rushmore type energies right now in cannabis, right? And you're in the room, man, kicking it, dog, get the fuck and see what's going down. And so,
shout out Doja, man.
What was it like, talking with, you've obviously been in the rooms before, at that event, what were some of the, things discussed? Any insight on some strains that are cooking up out there? What's going down?
Nothing that we could talk about on the camera. You already know that.
I gotta ask. Come on, man. Nice though.
And just we got a lot of special things. I will tell you this. Doja is dropping a tongue twisters That was
Oh.
I practically dropped the bug in his ear like you have to drop this because he didn't want to. But just know when you guys see Tongue Twisters by Doja, Big Smoke had a lot to do with that.
Nice, dog. Big Smoke playing a part too, man. And let's while you're talking about that, influencing, you know, what is getting out there in the world. Big part of OGCM. You know, we touched base on that last time. How are things? What's an update on OGCM? How are things going out there with you guys on genetics and anything that you want to talk about
we got
there?
some special things. If you don't already know, OGCM is growing right now the Zoo for Be Easy.
Oof.
So that entire Living Soul lineup will be quality controlled by me.
Fire. How you feel about that?
OGCM. So that's an exciting venture we're going on right now. We do have some special things dropping in the next couple of months. If y'all right now, this is probably one of my favorites from the grow. It's a Zawa. It's a Sour D crossed with Z.
Okay.
I tell a lot of people, yeah, Sour D, the original may be gone, but it's crossed with some Z and Runch right now, and it's smoking. We just gotta take it for what it is. This is definitely something. If y'all see around that Rude Boy Sour, grab that up. That's definitely one of my personal favorites right now from the lineup. But yeah, the genetics is going crazy. We might have an amphibian popping up too, since we might just join the party.
Okay. Yeah.
We might just join the party and see see what that's about.
Yeah, I saw recently the most that hyped one out there. If you got a chance to review it, or if it's coming your way, was the I actually was able to grab myself one with the Don Murpho's drop with the North Bay one. Did you get a chance to?
Fun fact, and I mean I don't like to toot my own horn, but I made that shit pop in the 3 weeks.
Oh shit!
So on Turk Basil, shout out the guys at Don Murpho's, Gerbil and them, man.
Yeah.
They spotted me at the event. They were like, yo, bro, we fuck with you. They gave me a dope care package, and one of them was that frog poison. I had never had a good experience with it prior to that day. And let me just tell you, the people that come up to me randomly when I'm in LA, like, yo, Big Smoke, I got this frog poison because of you, is just fucking crazy.
Damn, that's tight, dude. I mean, hey, man, that's...
Yeah, they got the best batch.
No shit.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite.
Ooh.
My favorite frog poison. That's the one right there,
there we
bro.
go. Nice. Okay, there we go. Big Smoke certified.
Yeah, definitely 1,000% Big Smoke certified.
There we go. Oh man, let's go ahead. Let's see. I got this new feature now where I can show off basically your page now while I'm in conversation with you, because I wanted to kind of go over some things that you posted and maybe just get a little bit of behind the scenes on what made you want to post that. So let me go and see if this is going to work for us.
Yeah, bro.
Let me see if this is going to work for us. Oh, shit. Hold on one second here.
Not to eat up his dad on the one time. Why you do that?
All right. Yeah. Yeah. New feature on the Morning Wood. We got a new screen able now to highlight.
Cheers to all the good people in the chat taking dad this morning.
There we go. Nice. I'm actually gonna light that up before. You know what? We even have a classic song we like to play whenever we light things up. So while you're doing that, I'm gonna light my blunt up. Here we go. Hold on one second. You might not be able to hear it, but this is what we get down with. It's that a classic Cheers song. Oh man, it took him away.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away?
Derps.
All those nights when you've got no lights, the check is in the mail, and your little angel hung the cat up by its tail.
Let's go! One more second. We got my theme song going right now.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Thank you for popping in, Mario. We got a bunch of bull in here. Let's go!
Always glad you came.
Oh, I see Yummy in here throbbing.
You wanna be where you can see our troubles are all
up, you guys? It's your boy Burner. I'm right here.
You wanna be where everybody knows your name.
That's right, that's right, that's right. All right, let's get back to it. We're live with my guy Big Smoke in here.
The biggest.
The biggest. All right, can you see what we're showing up on here on the screen, though?
Yeah, I see it.
Nice, man. You know what was funny? You recently, just even today, posted about the drug testing out there, and that is so true. And back in the day, we had to go through, like, you know, oh shit, man, I gotta take this drug test. I owned smoke shops, and before that even worked at them, and we sold this shit called Quick Fix. You brought up the Wizinator. Man, that's classic. Legendary, man. I've gotten 10,000 plus people their jobs because of that product right there, and now it's not even a thing, you know, just like that.
Yeah.
So
I don't even think like people even do those drug tests for like weed anymore.
I gotta know, is anybody out there used one themselves out there to get themselves a job, man? It's one of those things. Smoke Dog over here saying absolutely, man. Too classic. Let's see what else.
I got my first job at UPS.
No shit.
With the Wizinator.
Classic times, right? Shit, that Wizinator was wild though, because I was like, damn, man, that's serious right there. It made me feel
that's
like
serious. It's legit a fucking. It's a dick.
It's a dick, bro. I was like, I had like that on the shelves at my smoke shop, and you had to get all the different shades and stuff like that, and then you had a mogul, so we had them stocked
I had to learn
up.
The shade thing the hard way.
Yeah, man. But you needed it because out here in Arizona. Yeah, man, when you pull up and if you're on task or pissing for the government, man, they definitely sit there with that little window and just straight watch you. It was a trip. I've had gone through task myself. Have you ever had to piss for the government type shit? Like, you ever got in trouble for weed ever, you know, in your time?
I mean, I got in trouble for weed, but not to the point where I had to go on probation and shit.
No, yeah, they put us on, in Arizona, we had this shit called task where every day we had to call and call the number, see if our color would call, and then we had to go in there and piss for him, man. That shit was ridiculous.
What the fuck?
Crazy, huh?
Yeah, nah. Fuck that.
Right? I was like, this. What I always wondered is like, who's the motherfucker that applied for that job? You know what I mean? Like, that's a suspect motherfucker.
That's a weird ass fucking.
That's a weird motherfucker. That's right. God the fuck, man. All right, we're keeping it moving here. Now, this one was really. Who is this guy, and why is he so mad at you?
Bro, I genuinely have no fucking idea. I woke up it's ironic because I woke up to messages, and one of the messages was Michigan versus Big Smoke. I'm like, what? Michigan?
What?
Bro?
What?
I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I know.
And it's this guy's page. I don't know who the fuck he is. Only reason I posted it because I just thought it was so fucking funny.
Oh, wow. Why is he so mad?
Dude, I have no idea. Apparently, I'm not from anywhere. I'm from New York.
Dog.
I have no idea why he's so upset at me.
And then now you got... Okay, so I know you said you don't know who Masonic is. This is Masonic right here. He's a breeder out there. And honestly, Masonic has got, he's got a lot of opinions on Masonic as well. Now, so what was Masonic's issue?
Another guy, like I said, I don't know. I don't know this guy from a hole in the wall. I've never smoked this fucking weed. He seems to have an issue with what I do, or he seems to think he understands what it is. He thinks I'm a TikToker.
Well, I served that. I was like, oh, he called this man a TikToker? I was like, are you on TikTok?
Crazy. And I saw he made several videos about me, but the number one that caught my attention, that was funny, but this one right here got under my skin.
Talk to me.
Because it's the entitlement that he fit. Like I told you, I don't know this guy from a hole in the fucking wall.
Right.
I don't know him. I don't care who he is. He can be a South California legend. I'm from Brooklyn. We don't. Why the fuck would I know who he is?
Got you.
You understand me? Right? And here he said that Diet Z was coined at the Ego Clash. Like I said, I'm from Brooklyn. I'm not associated with any of these people. I don't know what the fuck the Ego Clash even is. Right?
Okay.
Right, so for him to be like, yeah, it was coined at the Ego Class, it's like your entitlement to a word and the small mindedness of you thinking that California is the center of the fucking world and no one has access to the word diet. That shit got me hot. I'm not gonna lie. Bro.
And it's funny because when you did reference it, I have used the word diet to give it a sense of like it's just not punching like the real deal. You know what I mean?
Bro, we've been using
It's
diet
light.
since the sour days. We used to get the baby sour in Dykeman. We used to call that shit diet sour, diet haze. We're talking about 2005.
Now,
Like,
when
and he thinks that they coined a word in at some weird event that I don't
nice,
know of.
nice, and this is where I find it like just cannabis growing and building, and then social media, because look at Ego Clash is known like it's a big event for within the cannabis world, right? But like you just said, I don't give a fuck.
World?
Exactly. See, and that's where I love it, because it's a fresh perspective, and like for some of the, I think that's where we're seeing some old school growers get upset, because it's like all of the history that was cannabis prior to it being like legalized and stuff like that, in a large sense, really does get forgotten when it comes to a fresh legalized market. I mean, in even a sense like where you're saying, I'm on the entire side of the other nation. So like you just didn't hit. Like Ego Clash is definitely in California. So, but it's just one of those things where you care about smoking weed, right? You want to know.
I don't care. This is the thing I want people to understand. I don't see people. Like I come from an era where we got our bud inside of a fucking Ziploc bag, no name. We don't know who grew the shit. We just knew the price and the motherfucker that handed it to us, right?
Fact.
So I don't see people. I don't smoke this bud and think, oh, Masonic grew this. Oh wow, that guy voted for Trump. I'm not gonna like this, and I put it to the side. No, that's not how this shit works.
I got it.
I'm probably the most trusted reviewer. Why? Because I don't give a fuck about the politics. It's about the fucking weed. My own grower that I work with at the farm that we work with could drop some fucking trash. Guess what I'm gonna tell him?
Trash.
It's trash. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very politics, very personal. I said I don't like rainbow belts the other day. People were like, why is he talking about archived seeds and Fletch? Never said a word about Fletch. I actually love Fletch. I love Dosey Dose. I just don't like fucking rainbow belts.
Right.
You see how that got taken out of context and got way personal real quick?
It happens like that.
Like,
no, it happens like that in the cannabis world. I agree
talking
with
about
you.
a product here. No one's ever had Kraft cheese and said, well, yeah, the owner's fucking Jewish. I don't want to eat this.
I agree with you.
What?
Well, it won't make sense.
That doesn't make sense. It's stupid, you know?
No, we see that for sure, and it's been interesting watching in a sense, like people just get upset about it, right? And I mean,
they get upset
man,
about the dumbest shit, dog. And I'm like, huh?
I could not believe the anger on that one guy, though. I was like, God damn, bro, you need to chill.
The anger on the first, I ain't gonna lie, it was so cringe that it was funny.
Bro, I was like, I felt bad for him on that shit. I was like, bro, you I don't know why you care that bad. That's crazy.
I'm not gonna lie though, I love that he did that, because I have my own little podcast on the way.
Nice.
That will be the intro to my podcast. Thank you, whoever you are, guy out in Michigan, but that's going to be my intro to my podcast. I love that shit. You know what? Fuck Big Smoke. That was legendary, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey, though, I love clipping that type of shit too, man. Good job putting that up. Okay, dope, man. So nice. Let's talk about the podcast. You got something cooking up, you know what I mean? Obviously you have connections with, all types of people to bring on there. What is the podcast going to, what's the goal with it?
The goal is basically to bring everything I already have on social media and platform it on a bigger spectrum. Basically, we're gonna go on YouTube with this.
Okay.
We'll go on the Discord with this. Like, we're gonna go crazy with this. Kind of get off in the Instagram thing.
Nice, dude.
Expand a little bit, like you said. I know a lot of people. I got a lot of people that are literally a phone call away. That I can have everybody. I can have interviewed. I can get some questions out to these people that people may want to ask these people. We'll talk flower probably more loosely now, since Instagram has its guidelines. Everybody's always like, oh, Big Smoke, you don't post flower. That's because I'm on my 10th page.
Right. Man, it's
I'm
so
good,
ridiculous,
bro.
dude.
I'm monetized. I can't afford to keep losing fucking pages. It's fucking 3,500 every time to get that shit back.
What I think about you having a podcast too, it's like, man, it'll give people opportunity to dive into your reviews a little bit, right? Because you're going to be able to now dive in a little bit deeper into your reviews, you know, like that's going to be really dope. Do you plan on having it as a live audience as well so people can watch and kick it?
I would
like
love to have it as a live audience, to be honest. That'd be great. So because I get a lot of messages from people. Oh, are your reviews? You know, are you lying on your reviews? Some people even accuse me of not even having the flower in my possession.
Jesus.
Yeah, bro. I'm just like, so I would actually love that to
break
go
it
into
up, do
detail
your whole
with
process.
Yeah, show you the flower, show you how I break down the stuff. You feel me? Like me rolling up, like every single thing that leads up to the experience being good.
That's really dope, man. I think that's an amazing next step. I do think that, like, as we're watching curators and we're watching you and other reviewers that are able to, you know, really gain attention because of keeping it buck, you know what I mean? And I think that that's ultimately what I believe the reason you've had success is because, like you've said, you've never looked at it from like a perspective of who is the individual. I give two shits. It's all about that weed. and you know, and we've talked about it last time, obviously there's a lot of faking the funk, a lot of pretendo, a lot of like just, you know, nice packaged bullshit. So you can get played.
Yeah, that happens a lot. That happens a lot everywhere, bro. Remember Oreos came out. That shit was it was a dud. It had great bag appeal. And a lot of these guys' weed has great bag appeal. Might even smell good, but shit don't be blowing, bro.
Yep.
You can't be mad at the consumer. And one thing I want to talk about,
nice.
I feel like the consumer in this industry gets kind of, everybody puts their nose up to them. I get this message a lot, and it's probably the worst take in this industry. If you don't grow, you don't have a say, which is absolutely insane.
Talk to me about
the consumer. You're gonna tell someone who's been consuming a product for 25 plus years that they can't talk about it? It's pretty fucking insane. I would love for one of these guys to get on a show with me, explain this logic, but a lot of them can't. They're just gonna get angry. Like, oh, what do you know? It's always like a weird back and forth, bro.
That is weird, right? Because if you look at other industries, it's not like a restaurant can tell the people who are coming in just to accept the food for whatever it is.
Exactly.
Unless
no
it's
other
fantastic.
industry can you pull that off.
Right. You know, it's
only in the weed industry can a grower be like, well, I don't give a fuck if you've been consuming this weed for however long. I don't care how much you paid for it. You can't tell me nothing about it because I grew it.
I always find it like, I think there's a lot of transition right now where when it first became legal, a lot of growers could grow bullshit and get away with selling it because there wasn't a lot of like options out there. But as time's gone on and the more passionate people have gotten in, better weed has gone out, the people who grow shitty weed are getting weeded out. You know what I mean? Like it's getting better and better in a sense. And I think that they're just upset that it's like, like you just can't grow anything anymore and expect it to even sell. I mean, you might sell it as $100 True Leaf BOGO, right?
Yeah.
So shit.
You pointed out that video and I wanted to point something out. The video of me reacting to the haters.
Yeah.
If you go to the last hater, is a funny one too. He got really upset at my comments about rainbow belts. Now, just to clarify, I was speaking on the flower rainbow belts. He assumed I was talking about rosin. So he got really upset and brought up that in 2016, Dosey Dose was the best strain from Jungle Boy.
I saw this. You had to correct him.
Bro, I just think that's like, why get so mad at something subjective like that, bro? Like last time we spoke, you told me the OG is dead. And
right.
I just showed you that's all I smoke.
Now, wait, let me clarify. What I meant by that was more so like the people who are out there that use the same thing with sours where they're like, oh, we're not smoking anything compared to the OGs from the past. I'm just like, because I like OGs too. Like, it's not that I don't like OGs, and I think OGs are a staple in out there, just like a candy at this,
Yeah.
So, but I just don't think that it's the peak of what cannabis is being put out there right now. What you're smoking makes me curious, and I'm out here now wanting to find out. I'm out here now, is it the way it's growing? Because, technique, we all kinds of conversations came about with those clips, right? And like some of them was like, oh, things are changing and they're doing things differently. And it's like, well, but there's people out there still using HPS, right? So it's like it seems like I would see more OGs as that like sought after, highly talked about and discussed if it was something that was a peak of cannabis level. That's all I was kind of getting at.
Nah, and I feel like enough people don't talk about OG, but just know, bro, it's out. It's just like the people that are putting it out, unfortunately, are just not super mainstream. I mean, Fear Booth is a big deal, but
yeah, I agree.
He's Michigan. A lot of people have a stigma of Michigan. I was one of those people until I was introduced to this flower. So it's hard to come across. It's not mainstream, and not everybody wants to fucking brand it. I am seeing more brands do it now. Even candy brands transitioning into genetics are dropping OGs. But yeah, it's not common. It's not common. It's an old school audience. A lot of the time, it's people over 30 that want to smoke that. The young generation, if you're smoking candies and Z's, a lot of them don't appreciate the OG.
Right.
And I ain't gonna lie, that should be dropped. It hurts my heart to hear it, but you got to accept it because it's the new generation that they weren't introduced to what we was introduced to, into those gassy terps, those couch lock highs. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the new generation, they like the terps, the sweet terps, they like to keep smoking. The chain smokers.
Yeah, I think there's so many levels to it too, because I think it's that for sure. But I do look at it now, and I just try to say, look, there's two different types of markets. There's the commercial crowd, there's that commercial rec energy, and then there's the legacy. There's the passionate groups behind it because there's people out there that don't even want to get on the rec market, that are out there absolutely crushing the weed game.
I don't blame them for not wanting to get on the rec market, bro. The rec market is complicated. I feel like if you're killing it on the black market, the only reason you'd want to get on the rec market is to become, I guess, more like clean cut or like legitimized, I guess. But if you're getting it on the black market, just get it on the fucking black market. Everybody I know that deals with the rec market, that transition from the black market, don't last long on the rec market. They're gone within like a year, dog. They hate it. They all hate it. You could ask any of my friends, they all hate that shit.
Yeah, no, I think that out here in Arizona, it's like you got to have a lane to a retail store, or otherwise you're just not even going to be able to make it. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's the fact. You're not gonna be able to go nowhere. You got to have a nice little lane. A lot of the time, these stores ain't really paying. They're not paying what you really want for the shit either. They trying to lowball you.
I've heard that national average pound price is $1,100 on the rec market, but when I hear and talk to people in the rec market, they're more out there seeing mass-produced pounds going for like $300-$400. And it's like, fuck, man, that's your BOGO $100, and they're still cooking on you.
Yeah, BOGO normally comes from like shit that's been sitting. Like I remember walking into like a random dispensary in San Diego, like fucking 2017, and seeing BOGO connected. I was like, what the fuck? Why is it on sale? And you look at the dates. I was there. It was like the middle of June. Shit was from like December. So like,
yeah, out here in Arizona, actually, we're now down when it comes to that mass-produced energy. It's actually now down to $50 an ounce.
50 for a zip?
A zip, dog. We got mass-produced ounces out here, $60, $50, and then sometimes they'll even BOGO it.
Yeah,
Well, they can't BOGO because you can only get an ounce type shit. But like, you know what I mean? Like
what the fuck? I would not smoke whatever $50 ounce is.
Oh, it's a trip, man. I sit back and I just watch cannabis grow in a sense, right? It's a trip to me because like I remember where this was all legal or all illegal, and we had to like dodge and we were like considered burnouts if you were like deep into cannabis and shit like that. And now look at it. It's just like, oh man, so much has changed in the
Bro,
world.
I made a
man.
career out of smoking weed.
Right? Oh shit, dude.
Like,
hey, congratulations on that, my man.
thank you, bro. You would have told me this fucking 15 years ago, I wouldn't have believed you.
Why the hell you allowing motherfuckers to dunk you though? Talk to me about that.
What?
What?
What'd you say? You cut out.
Why are you allowing motherfuckers to dunk you?
Oh man, this is something that I was on the fence about for a minute. It came up in a conversation as a joke. With me and the homies, we were like, yo, they were like, bro, if so many people hate you, bro, let's just put you in the dunk tank and have them pay you to fucking dunk you. And I'm like,
Yeah.
sounds funny. And I thought about it, I was like, it's actually amazing marketing.
I mean, look, man, they get it. You have fun with it, and hopefully they got bad aim.
Listen, bro, if they got bad aim, cool. If they don't, either way, they gotta pay to come see me, bro.
Hey, facts though, man. No, that's cool as fuck though to be hosting that event. I mean, to be out there in Los Angeles, that's going to be one of the dopest events going on 420. Shout out to Be Easy.
Yeah, man. Shout out Be Easy for that.
Making it a priority.
It's gonna be probably one of the biggest events of the year. New York is gonna be lit too, but yeah, we gonna turn the fuck up in LA, bro. We got a lot of big names coming out. Yeah, you don't know who might pop up to that event, bro.
Yeah, it's one of those events for sure.
Guests might pull up.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those events, man. I've seen Up the Hill in there, Gotti out there too. Shout out to Ball Family Farms, going to be in the building. Dank Mob out there.
We got Shirt Money in the building. We got OGCM Farms in the building. So we have Miami in the building.
Miami in the building.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I'm excited, bro. It's gonna be a hell of an event. Like outside of all the negativity I got going on.
You know what though, man? I was gonna.
Let's keep it a buck, guys. It's growers versus Big Smoke. Because what other reviewers are y'all coming for?
It didn't. I don't see many. That right now, it seems that you're getting the attention of all of these, reviewers bringing it. You even had a reviewer out there. I was trying to find who the reviewer was that was attacking you too. I was just like, Jesus, this guy is just like, just getting it from everywhere.
Reviewers, bro, and it bothers me when reviewers get antsy with me because it's like, bro, you could just reach out to me and ask for help. Cause let's keep it 1,000. Why are you on my page? Like I see a reviewer hating, and I go on their page and they're a follower.
Yeah, haters are crazy because they are the ones that pay the most attention. Sometimes it's like, what?
Remember
the fuck?
that haters are fans too. I love my haters, bro.
Huge fans.
Those are the ones that are normally gonna buy my shit, buy my merch. They're gonna be on my page,
advertise all you.
The engagement from the hate is what's gonna get you to the top.
Yep. And
a lot of people don't understand that. Oh, your content is real negative, bro. You say you don't like, and it's funny that people say that. They go on my page and say, "Well, you don't like anything." If you go on my page, there's plenty of great reviews.
Yeah, I see.
Plenty of things that I love. I talk about how much I love sour back in the days. I always talk about great genetics, and I talk about great things that are out. They don't pay attention to those things.
Nope.
They pay attention to the negatives. They pay attention to when I'm like, "Fuck Rainbow Bells." They pay attention to when I'm reacting to haters hating on me. That's what feeds the fire every single time.
Matter of fact, we even had a hater in the chat here a little bit earlier. This dude, Battle Dan, was out here, had something to say. Battle Dan, you still out in this chat out here, man? Any questions you got for Big Smoke? This is the opportunity. Appreciate you popping in.
Battle Dan? He dances? What's he do?
I don't know. He might. Oh shit, he might break it down and shit, dude.
Is he a battle? He's a battle rapper. What he do for a living?
I don't know. Oh, he is in here. Let's see. Battle Dan said OGCM might as well just smoke Cal Mag straight up. Damn, dude.
Yeah, that's people. Those are always people just saying stuff, bro. We don't use Cal Mag. Water only, my friend.
Oh, this guy is though, yes.
See, those comments are always people that never smoked the product. Probably. That we just gave him attention,
right? Let me ask you a question because we got a
Battle Dan, bro.
American Cheddar Cheeks wants to know outside of the church OG, because I know that's what you're smoking on. You said that's the go-to. Is there anything else that you, when you want to switch it up with, you go to right now?
I'm a gassy head, bro. This guy out of Jersey really impressed me lately. Project number 2. I got this headband 2.0. Closest thing you're gonna get to some like classic like shower headband. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really fucking with that that back rabies from Doja.
Okay,
That shit is like a
nice.
classic GMO vibe right there. I'm really fucking with that one a lot. I'm not gonna
Okay.
lie to you. And the Water Boys, the Cut Right guys,
Yep.
they got it right now with the
No
Toad
shit.
Venom shit, dog. The Toad Venom crosses are going crazy. I ain't gonna lie, they killing it.
Damn, I'm excited.
I'm
I know I
fucking with
had
them
had
boys.
one of them. Have you had that Feel Good? There's a Green Dog one, that frog poison too, man. Yeah, the
I didn't have that one yet, but I was lucky enough. I was lucky enough when I was in LA with Doja. He had a little jar of this SFV collab that he did with the Feel Good guys. And bro, let me just tell you, man, I was very upset to find out that there wasn't any available for purchase.
what? What?
That shit was. I've been thinking about it since I left LA.
Damn, no shit like that, man. It's
Mouth
pretty.
staining, real like sour. Like it was like if I had opened up a pack of Sour Patches and just threw all of them back at once. Just overwhelming experience. I was like, yeah, bro. Imagine you don't have any of this shit.
Damn, man. Right, and now it's now you can't get it. Yeah, let me ask you a question, because we talked about, obviously last time we posted the clip, it got a lot of attention, but do you think that we're currently in the greatest period of cannabis history with the people that are involved in the genetics that we're seeing?
I do feel they're doing great things. I'm not gonna take away from what is going on, because there are 1,000% flavor makers right now in the industry. There's a lot of dope stuff being created. I will not take that away from anybody. But I feel like a lot of the stuff is not appreciated, not kept around because of confidence. A lot of people drop new genetics, new strains, run it a few times, and all right, let's go back to what we were used to.
Okay.
Let's grow some candy. Let's grow some Z. It's something I see a lot, and at least as far as what I do for a living, I see it a lot from a lot of these growers. They don't keep good shit around.
Okay.
Sometimes, like, they're scared to keep them around.
Okay. Nice, man.
Like,
What a
dial them shits
perspective.
in. Don't be scared to keep shit around that's different. Dial that shit the fuck in. Make it your staple and run with it.
Wow, what a perspective, man. Appreciate
Like-
you sharing that.
Like, that's the best way to do it, bro. Like, that's how people have these special strains that they gatekeep the fuck out of. Gatekeep, bro. Gatekeep the fuck out your shit if you want to be special in this industry. If not, if you want to be just another guy, go ahead. Grow candy, grow whatever the fuck you want. But
When you say that, it almost kind of like reminds me, or it triggers to me, like there's not a lot of like variety. And I know that when I'm going through and getting a lot of these like exotic drops and whatnot, a lot of Z influence, right? Like, do you feel
Z
that
is the number one influence right now for everything.
Yeah.
Z is in everything right now, bro. Like,
Damn,
I can name like maybe like 2 things that I have in my head stash that don't have Z in it right now.
Yeah, that's wild. So yeah, so when you are out there trying to motivate the growers and breeders out there to stick with like, something that is unique out there, I feel that, because it would be nice to see some exotic drops that didn't have a Z in it, and I think
bro, it's like, it's not exotic. Exotic is not even like, I don't feel it's the right word to be used for it, because it's like, exotic should be scarce. Exotic should be hard to fucking find. You don't run into exotic every day. You're running into exotic every day. Why are you calling it exotic? I feel like these words get thrown around real loosely in the community, bro. I hear that shit so often. It fucking grinds my gears. Like,
Gotcha.
Exotic, what are you talking about? I've seen it on 6 menus today.
Damn.
Like, how is it exotic?
That's true. I got you. So like and even though when we talk about to the level of what you even mean when you call it exotic, though, it seems like then if that's the case, we really don't have many strains out there, right? That are in
It's
that
rare
definition.
exotic, bro. Like, you want to exotic would be you popping up with a green crack.
Okay, I got you.
Like, wait, what? Like,
I
I
got
haven't heard that shit in years. Or you popping up with like a fire batch of Blue Dream, because Blue Dream is still around. It's just not. I haven't seen a fire batch of it.
So would
Or
you
like a
call
fucking
more
fire like blueberry cross, something special.
So would you call it more like craft crop then? Like, this is a craft crop. That would be the term you would like to see, in a sense, when we do see all of these drops going on. They're just craft. They're crafted. They're, is there a term you like to coin it?
I actually like that shit, craft crop, because that's what you're literally doing. You're crafting your own way, brother. You know.
Yeah.
You're not just saying, oh well, that guy grew the fuck out of some Z. Let me do the same. And then this is the thing: you could do that and be great, but don't do that and think you're going to be noticed.
You gotta stand out.
The number one, bro. No, not if everybody else is fucking doing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's what makes you stand out when you do your own thing, bro.
And that's where I think you become an artist, right? You know what I mean? Like I think this marijuana gets to a point where you get so good at it that it becomes art. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course it's art. Yeah. You know, it's you're putting life into something, bro. You're bringing something into the world, and then you're having us consume it. It's all energy, bro.
Yes.
The energy you putting out into that plant, we're gonna smoke that and we're gonna feel that, bro.
My man, I could sit here and talk to you about cannabis all the time, man. That's why I appreciate you willing to come back and chop it up, man. Thank you for popping in today. I know they got a battle going on over there at Proper Doink, so I know I need to pop over there and get that cracking over there.
Shit, that might actually be us. I think that's us versus Gomita.
Oh, shit, then you're right. Oh, wait, damn, that's going down for 10K at some point today.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh. Get that money.
Yeah.
Hey, Big Smoke. Any last words you want to give before we get out of here?
Yeah, man. Rainbow Belts is still fucking ass.
Hey,
let's run it up. Big Smoke, the biggest. We're going to run this back soon, bro. You heard?
Hey, appreciate you, my dude. You have a good one.
Always a pleasure, man.
Right there, Big Smoke, man. Join in. Appreciate that. That's going to wrap it up for this episode, guys. Thank you so much. Popping in here. Always fun. Another good week. I want to give a big shout out to HGV for sending me newts. I'm going to do my best this weekend to get some plants in the tents. Let's go. And let's see these battles, man. I'll see you guys on Monday. Thank you again. You know I like to close it out. My friend, let's go! Woo. Marijuana, we got battles going down. Who's gonna get the 10K? Find out today. Proper Doinks coming up right now. I'll see you over there.
What the fuck?
Thank you! That's science.